Biker Dads brought to you by Garza Law,
Thunder Roads Magazine of Tennessee and Kentucky,
and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. On this episode of Biker Dad, moon pies and motorcycles. One city's rich tradition of bikers and Mardi Gras that gives new meaning to the phrase, let the good times roll. And guess what? It's not New Orleans.
Typically there's about 150 to 300 motorcycles.
Then, a motorcyclist, a music man, and a biker dad lost to cancer.
He was happy to see you, he was happy that you called, and he just really kept a good composure and made sure he wasn't complaining, even though really he was having a hard time.
The uplifting tribute his biker buddies gave to his daughters. And
it's okay, honey. You're loved.
An emotional follow-up to our story about bikers feeding the homeless. What's in this box that this homeless veteran calls a game changer? Biker Dad starts right now.
And I left my 25-year corporate career to ride motorcycles and tell stories. And this time, that adventure brings us here to Mobile, Alabama, where it's all about moon pies, Mardi Gras, and motorcycles. I will bet this Harley Davidson that you had no idea that Mardi Gras actually started here in Mobile, Alabama, and not in New Orleans. And guess what? Motorcycles are a huge part of Mardi Gras. This entire street is blocked off all month long for motorcycles, and that's just the beginning. As they say, laissez le bon temps roulant, let's roll! Folks like to say the corner of Jackson Street and Government in Mobile is the safest spot in town during Mardi Gras. That's because of a Mobile Mardi Gras tradition that's a piece of the season's hidden history. For decades, this city block has been the territory of the town's reveling riders. During any parade, you'll find dozens, sometimes even hundreds of motorcycles, gleaming in the sunshine or sparkling in the city lights at night. And you'll find just as many bikers having fun catching beads and partying.
I've been coming to Jackson Street now for probably 30 plus years with my children. It's always been a safe place. The bikes are always pretty and shiny, and this is what you do on Mardi Gras. I have 37 and 34-year-old sons, and they were 8 and 4 coming on my motorcycle with me. So yeah, we've been coming down a long time.
And a few blocks down Jackson Street is another popular spot for bikers called Bob's Downtown Diner. Owner Tony Sawyer is the unofficial mayor of Mobile's biker community.
This has been a landmark for Harley riders for as long as I can remember, 20, 30 years plus. And we like to party and have fun. Be our kids, bring your inner child out.
That's not the only biker tradition during Mardi Gras. The Abba Shrine Ball, until this year actually known as the Biker Ball, is a casual contrast to the tails and gowns of the other balls in Mobile. But probably the most visible biker tradition to those who don't even ride is the annual Joe Cane Day ride.
Typically there's about 150 to 300 motorcycles, depends on the weather. I love it. This is the best time of the year. It's when a lot of adults can really let loose and have fun.
Once again, here in Knoxville, this Heels on Wheels and Biker Dad. We've been touring the whole town, doing some video shooting. We ended up here at Ridge Runners, one of these most well-known biker bars, and he decided to feel like he's going to beat me at pool. So let's see how he's doing.
Didn't have a shot.
He scratched. I am actually known as the world's worst pool player, and everybody here knows this. We're here at Ridge Runners, and we were just coming by and stop by because this bar is known as a biker bar. It does a lot with the motorcycle community. And we were talking about its live music, and of course I looked down the end of the bar, and I saw Miss Karina. I don't think I've ever seen her out in the daylight.
Yes.
She's a night owl. Right? She is the lead singer for her own band, Karina and Band, She plays a lot at Ridge Runners.
I use it for a daily minute. My first job when I moved here from Florida was kind of a corporate type Holiday Inn lounge, and I got invited. We closed early one night, and everybody was coming to this place on the other side of town, Warehouse Tavern. I came in here, and one night was hooked. Pool table and beer, and pretty good little party spot. You know, watched it evolve over the last almost 30 years. My brother took it over about 2.5 years ago, and I think Glenn partnered with him about a year and a half ago. For a long time, this has been the riding and meeting spot. Back when the Anderson County Toy Run was still around, this was where all the meetings were, and the big parade style at the end of the year almost always was here. You've got the parking.
And they always have live music. They're known for their live music. Their hashtag is best live music around. They've got live music now 5
days a week.
5 days a week.
Well, I love it. Everybody's so awesome, down to earth. Everybody likes to talk to everybody, make friends with everybody. I feel very comfortable here. Whenever you walk in, you pretty much know everybody. It's like cheers.
They're always going to ask
cool.
you to play some Leonard Skinner or Wagon Wheel.
Right.
Yeah, Wagon Wheel.
That is a must.
That's
Yeah, they're all like, yes,
or
yes.
Tennessee Whiskey. That's the
You'll
That
actually
is
play
on the
one.
set list.
You actually will play Wagon Wheel when they ask them to.
That's JD's favorite song. Look, here's the Wagon Wheel. It's been put up just for JD. This is here for JD. Any band that plays at Ridge Runners, they already know when they walk in the door that this is his table, his wagon wheel, and he'll scream out wagon wheel, so you better be prepared. It doesn't matter, you're singing it.
This is Biker Dad.
She knows to call us if she ever.
Now, an emotional update to a story we brought you earlier on Biker Dad. When I visited Knoxville for Meals on Two Wheels, I was surprised by the outpouring of support for the homeless there. Hundreds of bikers feeding hundreds of homeless people, including Keith Snyder, who's now become my friend. When I was there, he said he really loved my Biker Dad jacket, and it was just too cold to give it off my back. So I promised him when I got home, I'd send him my old one, and here's what happened when he got it in the mail.
Chris, Biker Dad, check out that package right there by you, brother. This is all the way from Alabama, I believe.
Daphne, I know exactly where. I was stationed in Pensacola. I know it's a small town, but Chris, you're not a small man. You kept your promise. I really did.
It's okay, honey. You're loved.
You guys don't even know me. Just helping. It's oh man, I gotta put this. I gotta showcase it. Man, you guys are game.
This just shows
you guys are game changers. I mean that.
He sent you his very own coat.
I'm a representative of you guys. Every time I put this coat on, I need to be an example of what. Oh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
man.
It fits perfect.
Yeah, promised me the coat, and he delivered 110%. It just helps restore my faith. It makes me feel good.
Well, you are loved.
It's hard to accept that. It's just, oh, Chris, I love you. I mean that.
This is Biker Dad.
And he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
If you love your bike but hate swamp ass, Breezy Rider is for you. For 27 years, I've been designing medical seating to protect the skin of people confined to wheelchairs. Now, after so many friends asking for help with their motorcycle seats, I've designed Breezy Rider. Breezy Rider actually enhances the look of your bike with its custom fit design, while the patented Still Air foam reduces vibrations that cause fatigue and pain, and you can actually feel air flowing underneath you, keeping you cool and dry.
Hey, if you want to know more about Daytona Bike Week, even some of the cool history, check out the March issue of Thunder Roads Magazine, Tennessee and Kentucky. Thunder Roads is a proud sponsor of the Biker Dad Show, so we appreciate their help, and you can help support them too. Just pick up your copy of Thunder Roads Magazine, Tennessee, Kentucky at any of their advertisers or biker-friendly businesses in Tennessee and Kentucky. And thank you, Thunder Roads Magazine, for your support.
This is Biker Dad.
Biker Dad's on TV every week right here, but where we got our start really was the Facebook page. There are over 300,000 of you following us there. Please go like our Facebook page and you'll keep up to date on everything from my rides to my quirky little weird things I do every day, and get a lot of funny memes while you're at it. In fact, a lot of people come for the memes. So go check out TV Biker Dad on Facebook.
Marcos loves the community, loves to be involved in the community. He found this opportunity at Fish and tried to end hunger here in Knoxville. But Marcus Garza would be the first person I would call, and that would be the person I would hire.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Now here's the Biker Dad Bike of the Week. Bike of the Week. Hey, it's 2022 and the new thing is blue. This week's Bike of the Week at Mobile Bay Harley Davidson. This is one of the new 2022s, and Steve here with Harley is here to tell us all about this beautiful blue bike.
Yep, so this is a 2022 Road Glide Limited and Reef Blue and Vivid Black. I love this color combo. It's got silver pinstriping. The Road Glide Limited is the recliner on the road.
Big comfortable bike, and big and blue and beautiful, and that's the Bike of the Week. And if you come on down to Mobile Bay Harley Davidson and ask to see the Bike of the Week, you can ride the Bike of the Week for free. You get a free sticker too. Ride a cool bike for free, get a free sticker.
This is Biker Dad.
Now on to Foley, Alabama. We are at a little dive bar, a biker bar called Good Time Charlie's, and we are indeed having a good time, and it's all to honor a biker dad recently lost to cancer, and he provided good times for folks here on the Alabama Gulf Coast for decades, and today they're all rolling out to show their support for his family. Let's go check it out.
I'm Eliza Jane Hutchison.
I am Marion Claire Stewart.
We're here to celebrate the life of our father who passed recently. He was a really good man. He was just all about people and bringing people together with music and motorcycles and good food.
My father was William Gregory Stewart, known as Greg Stewart, the Music Man.
The Music Man, and so there's a reason he's called the Music Man, right?
Yes, he played music all around Baldwin County for years.
He played most importantly here at Good Time Charlie's every Wednesday night.
And he played a lot of benefits for people diagnosed with cancer, children benefits. He rode motorcycles and benefits, motorcycle rides, always supporting a good cause.
On December 30th, he contacted us and told us he was diagnosed with stage 4 esophageal cancer. It caused it to be hard for him to walk, sit down, ride his motorcycle. He was always still happy. He was happy to see you. He was happy that you called. And he just really kept a good composure and made sure he wasn't complaining, even though really he was having a hard time.
So what's going on with that?
This is our buddy right here. We did it for him. We love and miss you, brother.
So what's in the bag?
Greg.
His ashes?
Yeah. We all took turns riding, and he rode in the back. So we all swapped him and got him here to celebrate with us.
So you kind of did like passing the torch, like the Olympic torch?
Yes, sir.
So what was that like to have him ride with you one more time?
I can't talk about it. It's hard. But we love and miss him.
Dad was 59, so that's really tough. It makes my heart huge. Yeah. It makes me get teary-eyed because, you know, we saw our dad in our eyes as like a dad and everything. And I mean, we all saw him as a great person, friendly to everybody, and just seeing other people's point of views of him on how he helped them all the time. It's just good to hear stories like that.
It just kind of makes it bittersweet. There was a couple years ago after all of us, it really hit whenever Claire moved away, that he was feeling really lonely, and he was having a hard time because he didn't have any children at home anymore, and he didn't really necessarily feel like he had a purpose in life anymore. And after that, he seemed to meet a lot of biker friends. He got a bike, he was riding with friends, and I could just see that he was happy. You know, we'd call him, and it was kind of like we got put on the back burner.
We did.
We'd call him, and he'd be like, hey, I'm with my friends, I've got to let you go. And it was kind of like, okay.
We called it his midlife crisis.
Yeah. But in the end, like, we are so thankful for it because his last couple years, he had people who were like family to him that made him feel loved, that made him feel welcome.
They're just great. All of his friends, his biker friends especially, that I've really seen.
That Greg didn't have health care. So the amount of love that people showed to him by making sure his bills were paid, that by making sure he could go to the doctor's office, by making sure that he could go and get those scans that he needed to confirm what was going on. And then also, like, because of the love and the donations of everybody that has been around, we don't have any bills to pay for his service, for his cremation, for anything. And we are just so thankful for that.
Every one of us in this room needs to be like Greg. And we need to stand together, and we need to set aside differences or whatever, and we need to lean on each other because times are going to get hard. And we're all going to have to come together as a community and lean on one another.
The bikers were something that we were never scared of. We always knew that the nicest people in the crowd were probably the bikers.
100%. I've always known that because of our Papa Greg.
Biker Dad.
Marcos loves the community, loves to be involved in the community. He found this opportunity at Fish and trying to end hunger here in Knoxville. But Marcus Garza would be the first person I would call, and that would be the person I would hire.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
You know, you can't talk about motorcycles in East Tennessee without talking about biker rags on South Clinton Highway. My friend April Violet said I just had to meet Jeff and Pam. They've been gearing up riders and supporting the motorcycle community since Nirvana was #1 on the charts. Come check out Biker Rags for gear, apparel, and the beautiful vintage bikes in the basement. You can even touch them. Check out their free swap meet too. Schedule at bikerrags.com. Cottonmouth Customs in Pensacola is building awesome bikes, and they're also building a reputation as one of the great bike builders. The shop in Pensacola offers custom bikes, service, and tons of used parts upstairs. The mini museum of beautiful vintage bikes is worth the visit alone. I want to personally thank Cottonmouth Customs for supporting the Biker Dad show. And look, even the Blue Angels approve. Your support is what makes Biker Dad TV possible, and the best way you can support us is just go punch the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Just search for TV Biker Dad, look for the logo, and hit subscribe. Hit that little bell in the corner too so it dings whenever we post a new video. We're posting new episodes every week, but there's all kinds of extra video that goes on the Biker Dad YouTube channel as well. Again, just search TV Biker Dad.
And he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
This week's Tech Tip is brought to you by Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson.
Like a lot of things on these Harleys, it's all about having the right tools and a guy who knows what he's doing, and Neil certainly knows what he's doing. And in just a few minutes, he fixed this problem that my friend, poor DJ, has been crying about for I don't know how long with this messed up speaker over here. Just took a few minutes and on his lunch break, so thanks Neil for that. But Neil and other techs can help you out with this stuff all day long because they know what they're doing.
I pity the fool that don't watch Biker Dad TV. Urgh.
Our Back on 2 segment is brought to you by Garza Law and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
This week's Back on 2 segment is extremely special to me.
I can swing.
And he can swing. This is Caleb. He's my friend. The first time we met, kind of, was on the side of a highway in Alabama, where right after he and his Gramps had a really bad motorcycle accident. His Gramps didn't make it, and they said Caleb probably wouldn't either. And they weren't sure about that, but what they were sure about was that he would never walk and talk again. But what do you say about that?
I can walk.
And what else?
God said I could do this, but the doctors said I couldn't.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. So here's a look at Caleb's story.
You.
Last time I personally saw Caleb was when we gave you guys the van.
Right.
And he couldn't walk or even really talk. I think he was just making some noises back then. So.
Yeah, he was saying mama and screaming. That was it. I'm Nancy, and this is Caleb. Say hey, Caleb. Look at you. Say hey. Hi.
We talked about this a little bit, but just tell us what happened.
He was coming back from a ferry ride with my dad. It was his first motorcycle ride ever, and this lady came over 2 lanes of traffic and hit my dad and Caleb head on, and it slung Caleb 350 feet away from my daddy, and it broke his whole pelvis. Was on his front side was on his back side. He broke this leg, both leg bones came out of this leg. He broke his arm. He broke the first bone in his neck. We had 78 hours of surgery, 3 brain surgeries, a shunt put in. Yeah, we have voicemails from the first responders and the doctor after his last brain surgery to put the shunt in, saying that he would never make a full recovery. There would be no chance. Go ahead, don't touch nothing. That he would never walk or talk or be able to do anything that he's doing right now. Who made it possible, Caleb? God. And then you.
How does that make you feel?
How does that feel? It feels great. I didn't think I'd be chasing after him. What are you supposed to do, Caleb? Pick up your
mat and walk.
Pick up your mat and walk. Okay. What's Mama's favorite Bible verse?
Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
You're so sweet. I never thought I would get to have a conversation and he'll understand it. For months he didn't talk, he didn't do anything. They were just convinced. They had a feeding tube on him. We got him home. They're like, he's not going to eat again. Once they have a G-tube, they don't go back to solid food. Caleb can eat a whole box of a large pizza by himself.
And tacos.
It's all bikers that has helped us. Bikers and people in the community. If it wasn't for the bikers in the community and Casey and Juju and all them, I don't know where would we be at, because we haven't got insurance money, we haven't got any kind of help. Caleb's still not getting SSI. We have no help other than the biker community who stepped out for a kid they didn't know. We never thought bikers could be so loving.
Caleb and I are going to stay in touch like we have been for quite some time, and we're going to keep you updated on his story and his progress. And we know that he's going to do even better. And why is that?
Because you can't have a test without a testimony.
Amen, brother. Good job.
Biker Dads brought to you by Garza Law and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
I'm Marcos Garza of the Garza Law Firm. You know, the thing I like so much about serving the motorcycle community through the law is, I suppose, first of all, I've always rooted for the underdog. That's just kind of how I'm made. I do some criminal defense work. I do a lot of personal injury work. And typically you represent those folks who need help the most. You know, if you work for a big company or a corporation, you probably met a lawyer down at some country club or something like that somewhere, but I get the pleasure of representing individuals. And the thing that's awesome about the motorcycle community especially is that you kind of have the same camaraderie or the same feel of camaraderie that I experienced in the Marine Corps. And there are parts of me that still miss the Marine Corps. I was a Marine Corps judge advocate or JAG attorney for them for several years. And that kind of selfless service that you surround yourself with whenever you're around other people who signed up to be the tip of the spear or signed up to potentially be in harm's way kind of creates a fantastic organization.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
And if you spend any time with the motorcycle community, it kind of feels like a group of Marines, right? Well, and a lot of them are, or they're other service members, and you have a certain amount of kind of self-selection of selflessness.
Hi, this is Chris Best, the Biker Dad. Unfortunately, I've never had a serious motorcycle crash in my life, but I know if I do, Marcos Garza and the Garza Law Firm have my back. So thank you guys for looking out for bikers.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Hey, if you see us wearing this stuff here on the Biker Dad TV show and you think, oh, that's cool, I'd kind of like some of that. Well, you can get it. Just go to tvbikerdad.com and click on the shop at the top of the page. We got everything from coffee cups, t-shirts, and a whole lot more. It's tvbikerdad.com.
This is Biker Dad.
That's it for this episode of the Biker Dad Show. Thanks for partying with us here in Mardi Gras in Mobile, Alabama. We will be back next week with another great episode of the Biker Dad Show. So laissez le bon temps roulant, and please check twice for motorcycles. Hey, if you see us wearing this stuff here on the Biker Dad TV show and you think, oh, that's cool, I'd kind of like some of that. Well, you can get it. Just go to tvbikerdad.com and click on the shop at the top of the page. We got everything from coffee cups, t-shirts, and a whole lot more. It's tvbikerdad.com.